6 after that one, mate. Let me just start with this. You're down 7-1 and you get 13 rounds in a row. You made it look easy once you sort of woke up into it all.
Well, I think our last nuke were like that as well, like losing straight from the beginning and understood what they were doing and playing better. I think we want to show as well that our nuke can be strong because it's a map that we didn't play that much, but we've been practicing a lot.
Okay.
So yeah, it's important for us to show up on this map because yeah, we've been struggling with this team for quite some time and we just want to be good on it.
Now, I want to touch on one thing. We were talking about it. Spinks individually, at least in this game, looked like a monster. Is there something that changed in this bit of time you've had off?
Of course. I mean, I've been talking about that in the interview with you, actually.
He hasn't played yet. That's why I mentioned it. So
of course. I like to repeat. It's my job, kinda. Now, to be honest, yeah, you know, we've been playing 3 months straight CS since we had Lotan, and we didn't have time to think too much about him and like integrate him well into the team. Sorry. So now, after the major, we had 10 days off, and we could reflect about what went wrong with him and what we could do better. I think he wanted to help the team too much, and his lurk were like not efficient enough. And okay. I know that we had a bit talk together on all maps, almost like in the T sides, just saying that okay, he is a lurker anyway. He needs to think about himself, and also. He played a really different playstyle with Ens, like Ens are like really crazy playstyle running everywhere, and he had a lot of space. Now we play more basic CS, slow CS, so of course for him it's way harder. So it's something that we've been like talking together and been trying to work on it. And yeah, it's one game, it's one best of 3, but yeah, he showed up and it feels really good to have him like at this level, because if he is at this level often with Daiwu and Magis as well playing like a second part of the really well, and sometimes Jupri and me can step up as well, we can get titles.
You said it yourself, right? You've been struggling for quite some time, and you had this long break after the major as well. Would you almost say that was a blessing in disguise that you now finally have time to rework Vitality?
Yes, of course, for many reasons. Just, I think that it's important to know that even though you have 3 days off, it's not enough to reflect enough on yourself and what went wrong and what is wrong. That's why it's really rare that we see teams not playing good, that playing straight well in the next event. Except if they have a stand-in, obviously, because it's CS ways. But so, yeah, now I had time to reflect. Also, Zonic had time to reflect about ourselves, and we came to good conclusion, I would say. And yeah, also for me as individual, I think that since Lotan joined, I think I wanted to give too much for everyone, not thinking enough about me and not thinking about. Of course, I'm not a star player, but I need also to do my numbers, because otherwise it can be really tough. And for example, today it was tough because they didn't come ramp runs, but on T side I stepped up, and it just feels good because yeah, it's tough as in game leader to just think about yourself when you never done it, because I used to be like an entry fragger and always thinking about the team. Now sometimes I have to take a step back, and it's not easy, but I'm working on it for the last 3 weeks, and it wasn't exceptional today, but it was enough.
How hard has that been for you? Because I was very surprised when I saw your roles change, you know, from, as you said, you're always the aggressive guy, always running around, always trying to create chaos and create space for your teammates. Now you're stuck on ramp, you have some more static positions. How is it for you as a player? It kind of goes against your nature, I feel.
Of course, but it's how it is. You know, you need to evaluate in the way you play. I think it's the same in the sport as well when you get older and the young guys are coming up.
Sure.
So I just think that it was a normal step for me. It wasn't easy because it takes time to play new positions, most likely position I never played in my entire life. So yeah, but it's fun. I mean, it's new challenges and I love it. It's just part of our job, and I love the challenge. So it's just getting better and better.
I want to ask you one final thing as well when it comes to the Inferno that was
the final World Cup you want to talk about now?
No, mate, we've already suffered enough with that.
They won, by the way.
And yeah, you seem to be doing pretty well and making it to the final there as well for the French side. But I want to touch on MPL. Did you know that was coming? Did you know they were practicing with him on Inferno, or was this more of a surprise?
We had no idea what map they were playing with. Actually, I thought that they would play with Samdayang on Inferno. Okay. The last time we played against them, it destroyed us on pit. Okay. Like for real. I don't know about the other games because I haven't watched too much the individual, but I remember it was like 18-3 at some point against us in EPL or something like that. So I didn't expect them to roll back him. But yeah, I mean, for Nipple as well, is a really young player. It's tough for him to enter in such a condition. I think that was a bit easier for Bit to enter because they were still like really high. Right now,
Yeah,
they're in bit of a doubt themselves. So I think it's harder for him to join the team. But yeah, I mean, it's not in one tournament or in one game that we're going to see the potential. We had bit like going like really crazy instantly, but like it can't happen all the time.
One final one, Mbappe or Messi?
Okay, so that's a huge problem for me right now. I think all French will hate me, but I'm a huge fan of Messi for 15 years. And for me, it's the greatest of all time without a doubt. But with that, everyone will shut up. Most likely the Ronaldo fan. And so yeah, it's really tough for me, but a little advantage on Messi just to get his World Cup because we had one 4 years ago, so we get used to.
Okay.
I like it. Dan, thank you very much for your time. We're going to take a look at the bracket for you guys at home.